You're watching this video because you want to buy property in Colombia, or at least you're seriously considering it. Well, first of all, great choice because the real estate market in Colombia is absolutely booming right now, especially in Medellin. There's a lot of opportunity in the city and the country. However, there's some things that you need to consider. The Colombian real estate market is extremely different to whichever country you're from. There's one or two things which are very, very specific and very important that only apply in Colombia. But if you miss them, you're going to have some huge problems down the line. But don't worry, by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly what those things are, as I'm going to cover 7 steps to buying a property in Colombia. And to help me today, I have Miguel, the commercial director of Loyalty Property Advisors, which is a company that specializes in helping foreigners purchase properties in Medellin. All right, Miguel. Thank you for joining us today and teaching us a bit about buying property in Colombia. How about step number 1? What do we need to do when we get ready to buy?
The first step is to open a brokerage account. This process can take between 2 weeks to 4 weeks. And you will want to have the account ready because if you find a property, you need to be able to do a down payment or to secure the property you want to purchase.
Okay, cool. So I'm guessing some people don't know what a brokerage account is, or maybe they never heard the term. Can you explain it to us, please?
It's an institution, it's an intermediary of the exchange market, and they will allow you to bring the funds and legalize it correctly for visa purposes. Also, if you buy a property, you want to make sure that you bring the money legally and correctly, because if you want to take your money back to your home country, if you don't do it the right way, then it will be a problem for that.
And does it cost to open one of these brokerage accounts?
No, it doesn't cost anything. They will charge you once you do the transactions, but doesn't cost anything.
Okay, so I can open an account right now and it's free and only get charged maybe a percentage, I guess, once I do the payment, right? Or put the money into there.
The institutions we usually work with, they charge 0.6% or 0.8% of the total amount.
But that's later. So just to set it up is completely free. So that's why it makes sense that even before we do anything, if we're serious about buying property in Colombia, we should open the account immediately, just so we're ready to strike when we find that dream deal, right?
Yes.
So once I've found the deal, how long does it take to transfer money into this account?
It usually takes between 2 days, 3 days.
So that's good. We want that ready. We don't want to be waiting the 2 to 4 weeks and hoping that no one else comes and buys it in that meantime. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. All right. So we have the brokerage account now. What is step number 2?
So the step number 2 is start looking at properties. And once you find the property you like, you need to make sure that the price is a good price, right? That it's a good deal.
Yeah. That's easy though. We can just go to the MLS of Colombia and check, right?
There is no MLS in Colombia.
That was a trick question.
Yeah, it's really tricky. Like you need to get the information in order to get the statistics. We do that for our customers. So we start looking at properties that looks the same price, same area, same neighborhood. If the property have good views, then we will check properties also with the same kind of views.
Okay, so you take all the same characteristics.
Yes.
And then you'd probably take the average, I'm guessing, of those maybe 10 properties sold or 15.
15. We always check 15,
and then
20.
you say, okay, is this above? Is this below? Is this a good price?
And that's a tool to do a negotiation, right?
That's true. That's true. Okay, so that's step 2. Find the property, do the statistics, crunch the numbers, and understand if what you're paying is actually a fair price. Now, what's number 3?
So step number 3 is to do a title investigation to check that what the seller is offering you is actually what you will get. You need to make sure that the property is legally ready to be transferred to you, that the property doesn't have any liens, and everything is ready. It's ready for the purchase. Sometimes the sellers, because they want to sell quick, sometimes they don't tell you the full story.
I heard that this is a very, very critical step when buying property, especially in Colombia, and there's a reason for that. Can you tell me?
Yes, you need to make sure that the person who owns the apartment it's a legit person, because if he or she is related to narco traffic or something like that, you can lose your property. Even if you buy the property and the property is by your name, if he has any problems with the law, and the law is pursuing his assets, they can get the apartment.
So you lose the apartment even though it's under your name.
Yes.
Okay, so
it,
that's
it could
why.
happen.
Okay.
So
So that's why the title search is so important.
yes.
Okay, so now we have found the apartment. We've done the title search. We're not buying from Pablo Escobar, so that's good. What do we do next?
Do the negotiations, get the terms, and agree with the seller how the payments is gonna be, how the signing of the public deed, when it's gonna be the signing, also the location, the notary that we are going to use for the property purchase. So just be aware that the negotiations here in Colombia are different from your home country. So knowing the culture will help you get a good deal.
Okay, so now we've found the property, we've done the negotiation, we've agreed on a price. What is step number 5, Miguel?
Step number 5 is the drafting of the purchase contract. You need to make sure that the contract complies with Colombian regulations and also that it's aligned with your interests. Just make sure that you have a reliable lawyer by your side and don't take shortcuts because it can end really, really bad.
Now, step 6, we're almost at the end, just have 2 steps left. But before we get into step number 6, I just want to say that we are actually helping a select few people find their dream home in Medellin, and we're doing it for free. All you need to do is click the link in the description, fill out the form to see if you qualify, and if you do, I will contact you personally and pass you on to one of the great agents at Loyalty Property Advisors. So hopefully we'll be working with you, helping you find your dream apartment in Medellin. That being said, let's get into step number 6.
So step number 6 is the closing. This happens at a notary. It's when you do the final payments, final verification of the titles, and actually you start the process of transferring the escritura to your name.
What is the escritura?
Escritura is the public deed.
Okay.
The public deed of the property.
That's basically the paper that says that you are now
you
the
own.
legal owner. The last and final step number 7, is what, Miguel?
Step number 7 is registering the deed. This process is made in the Oficina de Instrumentos Públicos. You need to provide them with the Certificado de Libertad y Tradición, with the purchase contract. This in order to have everything recorded and everything in order.
Okay, so this is the final step when you take the deed into your name and you're the legal owner of the property, right?
That's correct.
All right, Miguel, thank you so much for giving us a bit of education into the Colombian real estate market today. And remember, if you want some help finding your dream apartment in Medellin, jump in the description, fill out the form, and we'll be in touch to see how we can help you.